Welcome to Emerging with Grace.
Waiting my life for the sunshine.
The show where transformation takes flight. I'm your host, Doc G, and together we're diving into the complex, mystic process of becoming. Life can feel like a chrysalis sometimes, right? You're stuck in the in-between. You're breaking down old patterns. You're shedding old skin. And you're waiting for the moment you can spread your wings. Here's the secret. The chrysalis isn't just about change. It's about grace. It's about finding beauty, joy, and strength. In each episode, we will chat with incredible women who've gone through their own chrysalis. These trailblazers have faced heartbreak, career pivots, self-doubt, or reinvention. And they've emerged stronger, wiser, and full of grace. You'll hear their raw stories, powerful lessons, and how they turned the in-between into a catalyst for prominence. Who is this show for? It's for you, the dreamer, the doer, the woman in the thick of transition, wondering how to navigate your own chrysalis. What will we talk about? Everything. From self-discovery and guidance to grief, loss, and the power of love. When will you get this? Every 2 weeks, we're here to inspire your mornings, boost your afternoons, and bring peace during late night reflections. Why? Because no matter where you are on your journey, you deserve to know you're not alone and that grace is waiting for you on the other side. So get your tea or your coffee, your journal, your favorite cozy spot, and let's dive into stories of transformation, resilience, and the unrelenting power of grace. Let's spread those wings together, my friends. It's time to transform with Emerging with Grace. And now let's meet today's guest, who's ready to inspire you.
Waiting my life for the sunshine.
Today's guest is someone who embodies quiet strength, unshakable faith. Her name is Melinda Staten, and she's a licensed professional counselor, like me. She is a healer, a survivor, a Navy veteran, a mother, a powerful voice for transformation. With a life shaped by service, both in uniform and in the therapy room, Melinda brings her trauma-informed lens to help others rise from the ashes of loss, abuse, anxiety, and shame. But her greatest battle didn't come from the military or her clinical practice. It came after the bell. In this episode, Melinda will share her deeply personal journey of reclaiming life after breast cancer, the pain, the perspective, the shift, the triumph of returning to herself. She invites us to honor her own healing, grieve what we've lost, and rewrite the story with gentleness, power, and purpose. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. I didn't know all that was in there.
It is. It is. I even have a quote. Let me see here.
All right.
I didn't just survive cancer. I reclaimed my voice, my joy, and the right to live fully, even in the face of fear.
Yes. Thank you very much for that.
All right.
That says it all.
So tell us about the beginning. Like, where did everything start? Give us a little background.
All right. Well, everything started with the infamous lump, right? You hear many cancer survivors talk about a lump and talk about a painful lump. So that started in September of 2021.
Okay.
Excuse me, September of 2020.
I was about to say right there in the midst of...
Right there in the midst of COVID. Okay. So I had moved from Northern Virginia down to Chesapeake, where I live now. And I am a veteran, so I'm part of the VA hospital. So, you know, when you're transferring over, they ask you, is there anything that's going on? I'm like, yeah, this lump, it's painful and it's getting larger. And she's like, say no more.
Mm-hmm.
So fast forward to October, I had the biopsy, October 2020, and November 10th, right before Veterans Day, I had surgery to remove the lump. So I had a lumpectomy.
Wow.
And that was Happy Veterans Day, the day after, when I was released to come home. And so the doctor notified me that I was going to start chemotherapy in December. So I started December 4th.
The doctor notified you. Yeah. You weren't asked.
Let's put it this way. When I found out, the surgeon said, okay, this is cancer. I'm sorry. And I said, okay, in typical veteran fashion. All right, what's next? What do we,
What's the game plan?
What is it, right? And so after that, I met with the oncologist. And I had been doing some research prior. Okay. So I looked at essential oils. I looked at natural things. Okay. And so long story short, I spoke with the oncologist and I said, I respect that you are a medical professional. And she said, I'm Melinda. I've already been told that you've been doing some research. I said, yes, I have. And so I said, so you do what you need to do on the medical side, and I am going to take my natural supplements on my side.
Right.
Okay. So this is what we are going to do. So it was collaborative. She knew what I was taking.
Fantastic.
And I really believe that was, honestly, me personally, I just believe that together with the natural supplements, that's what pulled me through on a natural
All right.
sense, in a natural sense. Right.
So how often did you go for chemo?
So I went for chemo every 3 weeks. So I went from December 2020 to June of 2021. So January 1st, Happy New Year, all of my hair fell out. Right. And it was a very, 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 very painful journey. Very painful. We were in the midst of COVID, like you said. So no one could come near me because my immune system was very, very compromised. Right. So it caused a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress, a lot of depression for myself, for my daughters. They didn't really know how to handle it. And sometimes to this day, they still feel guilty. But I'm like, you don't need to, because
they have their own grief.
They have their own grief. Yeah. And it comes out in bits and pieces, as we have conversations around it. And so we just allow ourselves to kind of sit in the moment when those moments occur. So
will they watch your podcast?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. So until June 2021. So they give you a break in between before they burn you. And so radiology was 6 weeks. I want to say it was 2 or 3 times a week, 6 weeks. And during that time, that was another painful, very, very painful time. You notice I'm kind of stopping and pausing.
I am, and I want to go back because you said before they burn you. I've never heard anybody phrase it like that. So there is a little bitterness about what went on. Okay.
Mind you, all of the medical professionals were great. I don't have a complaint at all. It's just the process. When I was going through chemo, the nurse made sure to tell me on the first visit, she said, Miss Staten, make sure that you let us know ahead of time if you can't make an appointment. I said, okay. I'm usually pretty good at doing that. I said, okay. And she said, because your medications, the poison that you're given, is...
No, I'm sure she didn't say that.
She didn't say that.
Yeah.
But,
but
the poison
I feel the same
given,
way, yes.
The bags is what she said, are $10,000 each.
Oh, goodness.
And I had to have 2. So that was $20,000. Yeah.
Every time you got...
Every time.
2 to 3 times a week.
Now, that was the chemo was every 3 weeks.
Okay.
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 The chemo was every 3 weeks. Then in June, I had the break. And then in July
Radiation.
was the radiation.
Okay.
And so, the first couple of times, I'm like, okay, this is fine. Until it wasn't. Until it wasn't. And that was traumatizing for me. Looking at the pictures, it was an experience, to say the least, And I think I'm still sitting with it.
And that's okay.
Thank you.
When did you stop taking treatment? I mean, I don't want to jump ahead.
No, you're fine. It was August, so August of 2021.
Okay. So it's only literally as of this month.
Yes.
Been 4 years.
Yep. August 13th, 2021.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I have the picture. I meant to pull it up for you. I'll show it to you afterwards. But so I have the picture of me ringing the bell. Yeah, I'm in a wheelchair.
It to me so I can add it to the podcast.
I will.
I think that's beautiful.
Ringing the bell. And so the expectation was that, okay, I rung this bell, right? And I rang the bell in June, after going through chemo.
Right.
So kind of rang it twice, right? But August 13th, 2021, all right,
that was
this
it.
whole thing is over.
Was it?
It was not.
Okay.
That was just the beginning.
Okay.
That was just the beginning.
Where'd we go from there?
Well, let's start with the expectation was, okay, I'm going to be able to bounce back. I'm going to be able to go back to work. All of this pain, physical pain especially, but the physical pain, the mental pain. After the bell, I rang the bell, right?
Right.
So I'm going to bounce back. Could not go back to work full time.
What were you doing at that time?
At that time, I was working with military members who were transitioning out of service.
Okay.
So I was
That's
doing...
big.
Yeah.
That's big. That's a whole nother story, but that's big because, yes, I get that part.
So I was working as an education, providing education for service members who were transitioning out of service. It was called TAP.
Okay.
Everybody's familiar with that. Whoever's been in service, they're familiar with it. Transition Assistance Program. And so we would provide presentations and, offer additional counseling and assistance for that transition, right?
It's not enough.
It's not.
But, like I said, that's a whole nother.
That's a whole nother, that's a whole nother story. So was not able to go back to work full time. The apartment that I was living in, those folks did not care about that. So they kindly evicted me.
Are you kidding?
So, I had to go to court and everything. I'm in there with my walker, can barely walk, can barely stand, still have what they call cancer brain. So it's like really bad brain fog, forgetfulness, fatigue, and just my entire body racked with pain. So they weren't hearing that. The lady was very nice. They weren't nasty, but it was just like, you have to go.
Right.
So I was evicted. And
how many days?
Was it about 30 days?
They gave you 30?
They gave me about 30 days.
That's good. Because I think that law just passed in July that they got to give you. I've seen people go through court.
I have to.
48 hours. And I'm like, goodness. And I know that's a Virginia thing. I've seen it, but oh goodness. Okay.
So I was evicted. And luckily enough, oddly enough, I went on an app where you could find fully furnished places. Some of the owners will ask for a credit report, others will not. Just so happened that a young lady who was in the military was getting ready to deploy overseas. They had given her 5 days notice.
Oh, wow.
And no one from her family could, stay in the home. So, boom.
Nice.
I was able to get that just like that.
Right.
Yeah. But it was still loss because it's like going from a 3-bedroom apartment, which was really nice, really spacious. I mean, I'm from New York, so nice and spacious. You're going to pay a lot of money.
Yes.
And so, yeah. And so, I rented a room in her home. Okay. Nice home, just in the wrong part of town. So lots of gunshots every night. Trains back and forth every night. So did that for about a year. And then I pushed myself because I was still in military mentality mode. Okay, come on, let's go. Got to do this. We can do this. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. And so I pushed myself into doing my hours toward licensure.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Becoming an LPC.
Yes.
Okay.
And so
3,400?
Yes. And so I met our colleague, Dr. Roney, and eventually ended up working for her practice. And I contract with her now still. So yay.
So how many clients you see a week?
Not many.
Okay. That's okay.
Less than 20, so maybe about 12 to 15.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
That's
12
not
to
bad
15.
at all. I always say at least 10.
Yes.
Because we got to pay for the overhead. I don't mind if you skim it at just 10, but
right. But I had to do, what was best for me.
Right.
And so that's the story. That's what happened after the bell. Now there's a lot in between that as far as
that's a lot.
Yeah, it is.
A lot of grief.
A lot of grief.
And you sound like, even after 2020, you sound like you did it by yourself.
I did. By
choice.
I would say financially by choice.
Okay.
If I had had the finances, I might have taken a break to go back to New York for a little bit, stay with the family, heal with the family.
What part of New York?
The city.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Manhattan?
I grew up in Hell's Kitchen.
All right.
Yep. Grew up in Hell's Kitchen. And my
That's
dad.
where my bestie is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Manhattan?
He's in Manhattan.
In Manhattan?
Yes.
Okay.
We went to kindergarten together, and I'm thinking he's been there since he was 20. We're looking at 35 years.
Okay. Wow. Wow.
From Connecticut to.
Okay. Awesome.
Not a big jump.
Right. Right. Because that's our tri-state, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. So my mother is up there. She's in a nursing home. I am the caregiver, and I'm an only child. So I was still dealing with that. So I was still dealing with my own healing. Ma'am?
No siblings.
No siblings.
Now, up until... Okay. Do you mind if I go back?
Go back, please.
Okay. Up until you went to the Navy, did it bother you that you had no siblings?
Yes.
Okay, why?
Because I found in that time that people would say things like, "Oh, you're spoiled. You get everything you want."
Oh, okay.
Didn't get everything that I want. Yeah, didn't get everything that I want. It was pretty lonely. I was sent to a boarding school when I was 5. And so I went to a boarding school, Catholic boarding school, from the age of 5 to about 8. Was it 8? 9. Yeah, okay. So from first grade to the ending of 3rd grade. And that was something within itself. There was a lot of abuse there. Physical abuse, emotional abuse. So I was just like, so when people would say that to me, I'm like,
your first thought is, you don't know me.
You don't know me, and you really don't understand the loneliness of only children.
Right.
So, growing up was tough for me.
I say that
Yeah.
as an only child
Eh.
who my father passed from cancer is
Wow.
like 20 years ago now.
My condolences.
25. And I was thinking, I'm an only child. Who's going to take care of my mom?
Yeah.
Who's going to take, I had all these thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think people think that way when it comes to only children. They think, oh, they must get all the love. They must get all the, and I am so glad to hear somebody say, no, I wasn't spoiled.
No.
But, perception.
Yes.
I don't argue anybody's perception.
Right.
As an only child.
Right.
Or maybe not with any reference to time, but as a Gen Xer, I'm not going to take the time out to explain to you who I am.
That's powerful.
Right. Because your opinion of me is not my business. So, I've heard it. I've heard it from family members.
Wow.
Not family members who saw me grow up.
For sure.
But family members who assume. And you know what happens when you assume.
Well, now,
so,
listen.
Yes. But I wanted to hear it from you because not only are you your mother's caregiver, you're your caregiver.
Right. Right.
And I remember, I think I told you, when I went through my own, I had to be my caregiver. My kids tried. I will not take that from them. They did try.
Right.
But all I knew
Right.
was to take care of me.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
So when you said that, and I said, well, you were alone, you said, oh, well, I could have went home. But now I know why you didn't. As an only child, that's what we do. You said it's military.
Well, military, only child,
They're not the same. But there is that, I got to do this.
Right.
And if I don't do it.
I'm glad you pointed that out. Yeah, because I was a latchkey kid.
Yeah,
okay.
Girl.
So,
yes.
Right?
Hanging around my neck.
Hanging around my neck.
Catholic school.
That's it.
I get it.
That's it. That's it. So.
But some people looked at you and said that boarding school.
Oh.
You already know what I'm about to say. Okay. I'll let you finish.
Ooh, yeah, that boarding school. Like, I will have people say to me, oh, wow, you went to boarding school?
Must have been rich.
I'm like, I'm not sure what
we
planet
talking
y'all
about the
living
same.
on. Have you done your research on Catholic boarding schools? It's just like, no. And still working through some of those horrible experiences there, that I experienced there. But, yeah. So to your point on continuing, to your point on me being my own caregiver, yeah, there was a family member. I won't be specific, but there was a family member that, I had gone and looked up places for seniors 62 and older. I'm coming down. I need to be with you, right? To take care of you and blah, blah, blah. And the day before that person was supposed to come, they landed up in the hospital. Suicide. They had taken some pills.
So they went to a mental institution?
No, they didn't. They didn't.
Okay.
That was their way of getting out of it, instead of just saying.
I saw the quotation marks. So
instead of,
but
just,
I want to try to give it. You try. But as an only child,
yes.
You start to look at, I am my world. unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
what about cousins?
What about cousins? No. Our family, both on the maternal side and the paternal side, are very much spread out. And my cousins on my maternal side are caregivers themselves. Okay. My father's side, I don't really know them very well.
Right.
So everybody is spread out. Everybody is spread out. So no cousins.
Gotcha.
No.
So this was, you are your own ride or die.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
I did have just like you have a friend, that was the person who was physically there, who would make sure that when I was too weak, who would make sure that I got to my appointments. I had soup. I had meals that he would prep for me and send over with one of his friends to deliver to me. Countless phone calls, So I did have one who was a very, very, very strong support.
That's beautiful.
For me, and continues to be.
Really, with women, the circle is not as big, I should say, when you have done it by yourself for so long.
That's right.
Either that, or if it's big, it's because you are everybody else's. Yeah.
Oh, yes. You are pegging me correctly. I forgot I'm with a fellow therapist. I'm like, oh, okay. Now, who told you to be getting all in my tea today? Now,
I'll back it up.
I was like, well, hold on now. You all in the flavors. I'm like, okay, wait a minute now. Let me pull my little jacket over try to hide. This
no
is
need
great.
to hide. No, I'm just
great.
Actually, I'm talking to you as a fellow only child person.
Yes.
I get that part.
Yes. And I'm so grateful that and humbled that you have me here today, because it feels good.
The pleasure is all mine.
Thank you.
It is literally all mine.
It feels good to get gotten.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
I see you.
It feels good to be seen by another fellow only child person. Yes.
I was like, wait. Let's back up. You said only child.
Never mind them notes. I'm like, okay, well, you need them notes.
Because it's such a stereotypical.
It really is.
Thing. And everybody's like, oh, you're spoiled. And then to have the Catholic school on top of it. Because I went to Catholic school as well. And I remember my father telling me that my aunt thought I was privileged. And I was like, where? I did have my father in my corner. My mother was all about my aunt's a teacher. I love her dearly. My grandparents were teachers. I love them dearly. So my mom was all about, if the teacher said it, then the teacher's correct.
Right.
And my father said, I pay those bills.
All right.
And that was the only time.
Yeah.
I was like, that was the only time I felt privileged.
Yeah.
Because what you're not going to do is play with James Garrett's daughter.
Okay, now, listen.
So I said, okay, my daddy got it.
I wish I had that support. There was one instance where my father, had to step in, but he remembers it. I don't. So it's interesting that you say that, because I pretty much was my own support. There were numerous things that happened at the Catholic schools that I went to. And I'm not trying to say that I was a saint either.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, no.
But
I got friends still from Catholic school.
Right.
And none of us were saints.
Right. You know, so, but I wish I had that support. But my parents were hardworking. My dad used to say, you know, we are the working poor. You know, he wouldn't use middle class. He would say we are the working poor. So my parents worked hard. I mean, they worked hard, which is a big reason why. You know, it was kind of like, listen, girl, you're going to have to figure it out, you know. And I did.
And it's a reason why you worked through.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, because we didn't know 2020 was going to show up. Right. We didn't even know military sexual trauma was going to show up. Right. And all the other stuff. We didn't know divorce was going to show up. We didn't know a broken engagement was going to show up. We didn't know.
Life does not give you.
It doesn't.
There is no crystal ball.
No.
And the one that you make when you're 9.
Right. Come on.
Was shattered by the time you were 15. Am I right?
You are so right.
Okay.
The one that I made when I was 5.
There you go. Okay.
Was shattered. Was shattered. You know. So,
yeah. And they sell us a dream. I keep saying.
Oh,
I'm so happy that Disney came out with better stuff.
Yeah.
I love that my grandchildren get to see sisters hold each other up instead of first loves kiss. But they sold us a horrible dream.
Yeah, they did. They really did. A horrible dream in many different ways. In many different ways. It wasn't until 2014 when I graduated with my master's, my second master's in mental health counseling, or really before I graduated, we had to take an addictions course.
Okay.
And
where did you go to school?
I went to a Christian school. It was called Nyack College.
You just could not get away, could you?
I couldn't.
I did the same thing.
I couldn't.
I did the same thing. Those nuns.
I could.
They bring you back in, don't they?
Yeah.
I went to Albertus Magnus in Connecticut.
Okay. This was I don't know what to really, conservative Christian school. I didn't realize that until we got in the classroom and there were, just different discussions.
Yes. Especially with mental health.
Right, with mental health. And part of my internship was actually, because our school was attached to the, what do you call it? Seminary. I was about to say cemetery. Excuse me. The seminary. And so part of my internship there was actually providing counseling for ministers.
Oh.
Right. Very interesting to say the least. That was the hardest group of people I've ever worked with. Yeah. That was a real challenge.
A real eye-opener.
A real eye-opener.
Do you mind me asking where your faith is today?
Today, my faith is not conservative. I do believe in the Most High. I do believe in the Messiah. And I'm being very
generic,
specific in saying the Messiah, the Most High, Abba, Father.
Okay.
There's certain words I will not use.
Gotcha. Is that because of the school?
Not the school. It is because, now that was something that happened after the bell.
Okay.
Let me take you back.
I'm here.
Mom was a Black Panther.
Okay.
Okay.
My dad was.
Okay, so we got so much in common. So the Catholic church that we went to was an all-black Catholic church.
Yes.
And so our priest taught from, Reverend Lawrence Lucas, may he rest in peace, taught from liberation theology.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So Jesus was an African American.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus was a liberator.
Okay.
So it wasn't enough
Really?
for us to go to church. The
It was-
sermon was
it was
like,
enough-
what are you
what are
going
you
to
doing?
do
How are you
in the community?
active?
Right.
Okay.
How are you active in the community for all people?
Mm-hmm.
Right? So it was taught from a black perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, fast forward to college, Hampton University.
Really?
Black perspective.
Okay.
Right? Then the military, that's where, boom, I came face to face with racism, right?
Mm-hmm.
Throughout my whole career, right? Once I got out, fast forward back now to after the bell, somewhere in the military, I felt like I was losing my faith, and I was losing my sense of being an African American, what we calling ourselves now.
Because
right?
you were military.
Because
you
I
took
was
on another
military.
persona.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. And so the military doesn't allow for, especially when I was in it, did not allow for any of that. Right. And I say that because those were words I actually heard. Right. Any of that. So fast forward to today, I have since in the years after the bell, I've been doing a lot of studying. I always study the Bible anyway, but I've been doing a lot of study about where events actually took place.
That's why when you said African American, I was like, well, I don't actually believe America was anything involved in it.
Right.
But
Right. Okay.
if you go to the places,
If you go to the places. So there's a lot of study. There's a lot of maps I'm looking at that are identifying holy places in one place.
Yes.
And it's not the place that
We thought.
I've been led to believe.
Right.
Right? Nor are the names.
Right.
So I'm like, all right now, until I'm sure.
This is what.
Right. So I've done some looking at the Bantu migration, right? So the Bantu who are located mainly in the lower part of Africa. I don't like saying sub-Saharan Africa because it's not sub, right? So the lower part of Africa, and then also Central Africa, right?
Okay.
And then East Africa. Yeah, I had to get my bearings straight here. So East Africa. So there's things that are there. There's information that's there that clearly point to the fact that stuff started there.
Right.
Not what we've been led to believe.
Right.
Right. So, right now, it is getting stronger actually, because not only am I looking at it, well, I always studied using a lexicon and Strong's Concordance. So I've always studied like the Hebrew, Greek.
Now, did this start after you started working with ministers?
No, this started way before as far as my study. Oh,
Yes.
no, this started in the military.
Okay.
Because I was stationed in Adak, Alaska, and I needed something greater than myself, or I probably would have been kicked out. So I needed something greater than myself. I was trying to go to the Catholic services.
There's no more.
They were just not. And then I saw every Sunday, I saw the full gospel people clapping and shouting. And
They having
had
a good
food.
time.
Listen, they had food and people were speaking in different languages. I was like, well, what is going on? Whatever that is, I want it.
Right.
And so one Sunday I went. It was the Sunday that they happened to be talking about the Holy Spirit and the baptism of the Holy Spirit with the evidence of speaking in tongues. And that was it. And that's what happened to me. And
you
I
started
was like,
changing over.
whoa, this stuff is real.
I know we moved off
That's okay.
topic. So, are you religious?
I don't really know what that means.
Okay. Are you spiritual?
I don't really know what that means either.
Okay.
Right? I believe in the Most High. Some people call him God. Okay.
Elohim.
Elohim,
Allah.
Adonai.
Yes.
I believe in. So, what will I say? I'm not going to call myself a Christian because Christianity has some stuff that is not.
Now, see, that's what I call religion.
Okay.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yes. And I'm not religious.
Okay.
Because I've had the opportunity. When I went to Albertus was really actually, listen, these are philosophies. Look at these other religions. And I got to study Judaism, Hinduism, Islamism,
Right.
Buddhism. You know, I wasn't just stuck with just, this is where I am.
Right.
And I want to say, it's been a long time. But I believe when I studied all the religions, Christianity was in there. But there was 1,297 different Christian religions. And I said, well, who's right?
Right. So I would say, I think maybe looking at it from, I would say, I guess I'm spiritual. I have experienced some of the miracles. I have seen miracles. I have cast out demons. So I have a lived experience of some things that have happened in the Gospels.
That you didn't grow up in the Catholic Church.
Right. Okay, so that were in the Gospels. So I have seen the power of the Most High, right? I have seen the power of the Most High. So I believe in it because of my life experience, right? What I have experienced. What's happening is, again, truth is being unearthed. And so the narrative that we were given, for me, has changed because I'm like, well, no. Because I'm looking over here and I'm seeing this, right? I'm seeing Bantu. I'm seeing that the Hebrew language came from the Kikongo Bantu language, and there's over 400 of those languages, right? And so I'm like, well, hold on now. So I've been studying this Hebrew, but now, well, you're telling me that is derived from the Congo language? Well, now I got to go over here and study
and see if they got it right when they translate.
So I need to read that Bible, right?
Yes.
You see, so
it is just so
it's
much.
exciting.
Yes.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Okay, so I'm gonna bring you back.
All right, I'm back.
You ring the bell the second time.
Yeah.
How'd you get through? I know it's just you, and I know you. I don't know. My thought is, you protected your daughters from having to take care of you.
I did. I did. And they weren't in a place to really be able to take care of me. I wanted them to take care of themselves.
Right.
Because I wanted them to take care of themselves and to know that they had the strength within them to take care of themselves, right? I didn't want them to give up their lives or sacrifice.
Exactly. I'm there.
Like I had to do for my mother.
Right.
Because when I came out of the military, the idea was to stay in Tennessee. That's where I got out.
Okay.
Millington, Tennessee. She had a stroke and really never recovered from it. I tried to get her to come with me to Virginia. She didn't want to come. Understandably so. She'd been in New York all her life.
Independent as well.
Right. But what we weren't prepared for was all of the medical complications, I wasn't prepared for that. And so in my mind, I'm like, you all are too young to be trying to do what I'm doing for my mother, right? I raised them to be independent. So even though they struggled, they pulled it together.
Right.
I mean, they really pulled it together. I'm very proud of my daughters,
I can see.
I am. I love those two. Shout out to Naomi and Deborah. But,
Hi, Naomi, Deborah.
Yes. So how did I get through them? Because since we couldn't physically be in each other's presence, they made sure several times a day, they still do it, to call me. Mom, how you doing? Do you need anything? What's going on? And we just talked. We talked. My father was in there in bits and pieces. We had times where we talked for hours. But that was kind of like maybe once a month or once every other month. But when we connected, we connected.
Okay.
Right? There's still a lot of stuff there.
Right.
That needs to be worked through. My faith, because there was a scripture that came to me the day that I found out that, it was cancer. And that was, and I'm paraphrasing, this sickness is not unto death, but so that my name would be glorified. And so I'm like, okay, and here I am glorifying his name, right?
Right.
And so, so that helped. Friends, because when you get sick, especially that kind of sickness, people for their own reasons either will show up fully or will not show up at all. And so the few that did show up for me provided an enormous amount of prayer, strength, positive vibes, positive energy, connection, support.
I love that you have that outlook that you can say, I know it wasn't because they don't love me.
Right.
It's because they have their own issues.
They have for
some reason.
Yes. Because
I
we're all
love that.
going through it.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. I mean, well, in our profession, like we see a lot. And so
And a lot. You weren't there for me, so yeah. I know. And
so
people can't always be there for you
they
for
can't,
one reason or another.
And you may not want folks.
You should. Oh, goodness.
That's a whole nother, that's a book.
It sure is.
You might not want folks, it's like, okay,
Ooh,
well,
goodness, yes.
You're doing the most right now.
Yes.
Okay, so that got me through. There are some books. Resma Menakem's book, My Grandmother's Hands.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yes.
It's a good book.
It's a wonderful book.
I've put it on my list twice. Third time's a charm.
Yes. That one talks about somatic abolitionism and how we all have white supremacy in our bodies. All of us. Right? And so just learning how to heal from that. Together, all of us.
Generational trauma.
Yeah. And then, because I was dealing so much with financial stuff, I am what's called a certified trauma of money professional. And so
I did read that.
I took the course.
Okay.
And I opted for the professional track. And so from that, I was able to start to begin to heal from shame.
I didn't touch on it, but yes, okay, so I'm having this whole conversation with her in my head. I didn't touch on it, but the shame of being evicted and saying, what did I do wrong?
What did I do wrong? I'm constantly having money troubles.
Correct.
Constantly having money troubles. And this puts me back to when I was sharing with you about addiction. I was with a man at the time. I was engaged to a man at the time. I didn't realize I grew up in addiction in a dysfunctional home. Right. I didn't know until the assignment was for us to go and visit a 12-step program. And so we chose AA, and I just happened to go with my fiance at the time. And I'm like, Oh, this is what this is. So the trauma of money helped us to look at the epigenetics of all of this stuff, right? And so how that stuff lives in your body, lives in our cells, right, from generation to generation.
That's why I do a genogram.
Yeah.
That's the first thing that alerted me.
That's it.
Was a genogram.
And I pay homage to Dr. Patricia Lewis. She was the former, I think back in the 70s, past president of the, I think it's the National Association of Black Psychologists.
Oh,
I think.
okay.
Anyway, she's since passed on, but she talked about it. You can find some of her
You're going to make me go look up some
yes,
stuff. Okay.
you know. And so from that came the book that I wrote in PDF format, which I have to get that up and going. But anyway, out of that came my 12-hour workshop, Heal Your Black Money Trauma. And so we actually do a money loss.
Now, is this a one day or it's broken down?
When I first did it, it was broken down into 4 weeks.
Okay.
So it was 3 hours each week. When I presented at the Virginia Counselors Association, we had 1 hour.
Of course. Of course.
And Dr. Roney, thanks to her again. Shout out to you, Dr. Roney. She was the one, she went through it herself. And she said, oh, Melinda, you need to present this. So I presented it in 2022 and also in 2023. So all of those things, because that was a healing process. And the I Can process actually came out of that.
There is a workshop coming up in November. I think you would be wonderful for with this healing workshop.
Okay.
It won't be 12 hours.
Okay.
But I think you can get up to 4.
Okay.
If you can. I'm going.
Just give me the dates.
Oh, I got you. I got you.
Absolutely.
I think it's a cruise, actually.
Oh.
So.
Well, the VCA convention is, I think it's from the 13th to the 15th. So either before then or after then.
I think it's after.
Okay, good.
After. Because I can't go.
Okay.
And I have plans for after.
Gotcha.
So, yes.
Okay.
So.
You just keep opening doors. I want to open some doors for you.
Listen, that's my mission.
Yes, it is.
I always lift up women.
Yes, you do.
And I know somebody's going to get in the comments and say, why you don't lift up men? I can only do one thing at a time.
At a time.
So here we are. Yes. Okay, we're going to wrap up.
Okay.
But I do want to ask, you told me what brought you through. Mm-hmm. Do you feel that you have given yourself the grace that you deserve?
If you had asked me that question back in 2021, no. I feel like I'm continuing to give myself more and more grace every day.
That tracks. I hear it.
The more that I heal, the more that I release the bitterness and the resentment, right? As a result of that whole traumatizing experience. The more that I sit and I meditate, the more that I'm connected with people like you, Dr. Roney, my children.
Listen, Dr. Roney, I got to send her a bouquet of flowers. Because
she's amazing.
Yes.
The more that I make memories with my children.
Yes.
And my daughter is in the process of dating someone, and so he's my adopted son. And so the more that I make memories with them, the more I'm able to give myself grace.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You're such a beautiful soul.
And you are as well.
I just love this.
Thank you so much. I do too.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you. I love this. I very seldom recommend products unless I like them, I use them, and I agree with them. So when I tell you that this lint-free, no tree, 100% bamboo, biodegradable tissue is strong, 3-ply, and beautiful. I'm trying to tell you, Leafy is it. I will leave my coupon code in the bottom of the description. It's DocG25. And that's a wrap for today's episode of Emerging with Grace. Ladies, remember, every challenge is part of your transformation. Just like the butterfly, you're meant to emerge from the chrysalis, stronger, braver, and ready to soar. Until next time, keep living your life in the sunshine and never stop flying higher. Share this journey with a friend who needs to glow and encouragement. Invite them to join our growing community of women who are rewriting their stories gracefully. I'll see you back here in 2 weeks for more inspiration, powerful narratives, and tools to help you shine brighter than ever before. This is Doc G, reminding you it's always your time to transform. Let's rise together, one flight at a time.
I don't reject myself, I reflect myself. I'm embracing every moment, won't neglect myself.